start, I take a deep side part, and then I'm going to section off just the very front side of my hair, and I'm going to put the rest of it back in a clip. So for this front section, I am actually taking about 1-inch sections and curling them back away from my face, and that will give us that swoop design that she has, and without too much work, hopefully. So for each section, I back comb it, curl it, and then clip it with a pin curl clip so that it'll cool in place. So again, section, back comb, curl. I curled back the top 3 sections only. Then for the rest of the side of my head, I actually curled it straight down, much like I'll show you on this side. So again, sectioning it off, clipping the back part out of the way, and then I think I take about 3 sections here. So section, tease, and then curl, and then go straight towards your ear. So for the back, I start by taking one section up on the top and curling that section by itself. And it's about a 1-inch section, I want to say, so it's not terribly large. And then I back comb that one as well, take it off, and then I'm going to clip it. For the next section, I actually parted out a 1-inch section, and then I'm splitting it into 3 curls. So 1 curl here, 1 in the middle, and 1 on the side. And I'll continue that pattern on down the back of my head. Once we have all the curls in, we're going to go ahead and let that set and cool so that the curls hold really well. So for my makeup, I didn't show it, but I basically just did my color correcting moisturizer all over my face. I used a little bit, I have a corner brush, and used my mascara to create just a little bit of a line, and then also applied my mascara, which this is Lash Sense by Cinegence. And then for my cheek color, I was given a Besame Rouge in Sweet Pink, and I'm actually loving this. It's been fun. It's still my 2nd day trying it, but here's the color for you. And a little goes a long way, I found out the first day I put it on. And it just gives just a nice soft blush, which I really like. For my for my lips, I used my Cinegence Lip Sense color in Fly Girl, which is a bright red, and then topped it with the Bougainvillea Gloss, which is a slightly pink color, but when you put it together, it turns out lovely. And so, oh, and I also darkened my brows just a little bit with a little bit of a brown eyeshadow to give it just some more depth. And that is my makeup that I'm going to do. I tried to keep it really simple because from my example picture that I found for myself, her makeup wasn't terribly detailed, not lots of shadow. So this is what we're going with. And once this is cool, we will brush it out. Now that it has set and is not hot anymore, I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the pin curl clips from the entire hair except for the top 3 that we started with. Those will end up being our bang section. I start styling this style by shaking out all the curls with my hands, just breaking them up, moving them around so that they are not all clumped together. Then I also apply about a pea size of my Lady Luck pomade throughout my entire hair, really focusing on the front because I do have some flyaways there. Then I go in with my comb and I tease or back comb on the bottoms to give it some more fullness and something for it to work with. So the next part is a lot of just smoothing and moving and molding. So I take my Denman brush and again I just wrap it around my hand, and as you can see from your set it should go ahead into that page boy kind of style. So I add a clip at the top because eventually I'll really get the ends nice and back combed as well. I think the key to this style is patience, being really patient and knowing that your hair might not quite go where you want it to, and just keep moving until you find it a spot that actually looks like you want it. And just continuing to move and smooth and not be afraid to back comb and start again if needed. Now that I have got the back and the one side kind of how I want it, I'm going to go ahead and use my Spray and Play hairspray by Big Sexy Hair to spray that back section so that it holds in place and so that it can go ahead and set with those curls or the clips in it. So this side, again, it's a lot of moving and shaping and figuring out where the curls are going to want to go, and also just tucking them under seem to help a lot too. And go on ahead and spraying that section and smoothing it and making sure it lays down smoothly. For the top section, I went ahead and take out those clips, kind of shook them out together, and then I ended up using, between my smoothing brush and my fingers, I ended up just moving and molding the curls the way I wanted them to go. It was a little more time consuming, but it's well worth it because I really wanted that front flip like she has. To keep that swoop in place, I went ahead and turned the curl backwards and then used a pin curl clip to hold it into place while I went ahead and molded the rest of the front curls. Once you have them where you want them, I went ahead and went back in with my Big Sexy Hair hairspray and went ahead and sprayed them so that they had a nice, good, firm set on them. I let the hairspray set really well, and then I went ahead and carefully removed my hair clips. As you can see, this one kind of pulled the hair, but you can just kind of smooth it back down. And then I removed all the rest of them all the way around my head. Thank you so much for watching this video about Rosemary Clooney. I really enjoyed making it and trying out a new style. While I was doing this video, I found this picture of her, and I thought to myself, you know, if you were going to do this hairstyle for anything or just for fun, you could add a tilt cap or cover to your hairstyle. I would pin this, but I'm gonna let go for a second, and it would still look super cute. So you could have almost a military look as well. And yeah, so I really enjoyed making this video. I enjoyed this hairstyle. It's one of my favorites. It's actually fairly early in the morning while I'm filming this, so I get to wear it the rest of the day. So that's always a good thing, to have a hairstyle for the day. Probably won't wear the hat or the dress, but that's okay. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you do enjoy the Recreating the Icons videos. If so, I will continue to do those. Don't forget to subscribe if you'd like. Give me a thumbs up if you like this video. All those fun things that other people like to say. And if you want to see more of my looks, come check me out on Instagram and Facebook at LittleAntiqueMe. And I hope you have a wonderful week. May God bless you and keep you this week, and I will see you next time. Bye!